I'm trying to break up these videos so that they don't get too long, so I'm breaking this one up into 3 sections. So we're going to do our second plant asset, and our second plant asset is a cash register. Our depreciation method is our double declining again. We originally paid $200 for this cash register. Our estimated salvage value once we're done with it is $100. And we're going to estimate that we will be able to use it for 5 years. So again, I need to find out what my rate is. First, let's go ahead and label these 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th year. Okay, so I'm going to take 100% again, and I'm going to divide it this time by 5 because I'm going to be able to use it for 5 years. Okay, I should get 20%. I'm going to then double that because it's double declining, so that is a 40% declining balance rate. Okay, so my beginning book value is just what I paid for it, $1,200. That first year then it declines by 40%. So I should get an annual depreciation of $480 year 1. Then I need to take my beginning book value minus my annual depreciation. And my ending book value for that year then is $720. That then becomes my beginning book value for the next year. Again, my rate is 40%. So my annual depreciation for year 2 is $288. I'm going to take my beginning book value minus my annual depreciation. And my ending book value should be $432 for year 2. That then becomes my beginning book value for year 3. A rate again of 40%. So this year it should depreciate $172.80. Going to subtract that from my beginning book value. I should get $259.20. That becomes my beginning book value for year 4. 40%. Subtract that number from my beginning book value. That then becomes the book value for year 5. 40% again. Now again, we need to look at, okay, our salvage value is $100. So if we take this amount times our 40%, that means then it would depreciate $62.21 that year. Okay, and that would put it at $93 for the salvage value, and we can't go below 100. So again, I'm going to just put in 100 here, and I'm going to find then that difference, and that should be easy for us to find. It only can depreciate $55.52 for year number 5. Okay, I'm just going to go straight on to our last one then. Our last one is going to be a clothing rack. Clothing rack. And again, we're doing our double declining. We originally paid $600 for this clothing rack. We're going to assume when we're done with it that it will be worth $50. and we're going to assume that we can use it for, I am looking at the wrong one. Sorry guys. $500 that we spent on it. The salvage value is $50, and I'm going to assume that I can use it for 8 years. Okay, so again, I'm going to put 1 through 8 here. I'm going to take 100% divided by the 8 years that I think I can use it. That gives me 12.5%, and I'm going to double that times 2. That's going to give me 25%. So my double declining rate is 25%. Okay, my beginning book value is $500. Times 25%, annual depreciation is $125. My ending book value then is $375. Bring that to my next year for my beginning book value. Take my beginning book value times that 25%. This time I get 70.31. Subtract that number from my beginning book value. Bring that ending book value to the next year beginning book value. Times that 25%. 52, and this time it's going to be 74. I should get 70, if you can see that in the light. I should get 73.5. We round that up, so that's going to be 74 cents. Year 5. This time I do not round up. I should get 0.25, and because it's 0.6625, I just leave it at 0.66. I take that number subtracted from my beginning book value that year. That becomes my beginning book value of year 7. I take that times 25%. This time I'm rounding up, so 22.25. I subtract that from my beginning book value that year. Okay, now here's where we have to look at what our ending salvage value is. So if we take that 66.74, that 25%, that should give us 16.69. Now, it's actually going to depreciate more that year, because when we look at our ending book value is going to be $50. So we're going to write that in, and we're going to find the difference between those, and that should be just $16.74. Okay, So what we got when we multiplied it times 25, if you can see that, we get 16.69, and it's actually going to depreciate just a little bit more, okay, so that it is ending in that ending salvage value of $50. Okay, so that is our double declining balance depreciation method. Now that you guys are done with the 18.5 work together, again, you need to do the on your own, and then you can do the application problem. That is going to be 18.6 actually for the application problem. You can also do the mastery problem. I'm going to have you guys skip the challenge problem. If you want to do the challenge problem, it might be a good practice, but you do not have to do the challenge problem. Hopefully you guys are still behaving. You are always welcome to email me. I'm going to be checking my email not frequently, but I'll check it every once in a while I'm down there, so you guys can ask any questions if you have them. I hope that you are behaving.